Hey, what's up, guys? Kathabrowski here. Today we're going to do a little quick reaction. Today we're going to watch this video called Why BreadTube Video Essays Are So Pointlessly Long. This is by Remnant777. Never seen this before? Let's check it out.
Fellas, why is it that left-wing YouTube channels that make video essays are notorious for making them incredibly long and boring? These aren't live stream reactions, they aren't podcasts. No, they are several hour-long video essays.
I actually don't watch BreadTube essays. Maybe it's just me.
I'm not going to name anybody here, but I'm sure there are always a couple of people that come to mind. There are several reasons why they're extremely long, and we will cover them in this video. But to understand the reasons, they're all built on one concept, that being clarity.
Clarity?
Good communication hinges on our ability to be clear and concise with what we mean, which is not what any of these people are aiming for when they
Okay, yeah.
make these extremely long video essays. Most of their videos can be summarized nice and neatly in about 10 minutes. So
See, I'm the kind of guy, if I'm going to try to cover something in a video, I like to type things out so that I could just swiftly go through everything bullet point by bullet point, and then I'm done. I cannot just put myself in front of the camera and talk for hours on end about something What, do they just like stretch it out? Well, let's see.
why don't they just do that? Well, there are a couple of downsides to being short. That being, if you make an argument for something and it's clean and concise, it has to stand on its own merit. If it's short and clean, your poorly formed arguments will be exposed for what they are, making them much easier to dismantle. Whereas if
Oh no.
the video is incredibly long,
See, I hope he gives examples, but it sounds like he doesn't want to. We'll see.
it becomes increasingly difficult to stay on track and to point out the flaws in the video, unless you make a conscious effort to do so. Look at the people who debate. Competent debaters on both sides will actively write down and take notes about what the other person is saying, especially when your opponent decides to go on a tangent that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. All of this begs the question, is this by design? Are these BreadTubers intentionally trying to confuse you and to trip you up? I don't think so. There are plenty of reasonable explanations that do not require malicious intent. What is most likely happening is that these individuals are not very articulate, and they've not properly thought through what they are trying to say. Not to
I mean, you just show up to a debate unprepared? Is that what it really comes down to? That they just go on and on about this and that?
mention when you're writing something, you have to read it back to yourself to proofread it. And while they're reading it back to themselves, they probably realize that their arguments are poorly made and extremely shallow. So in order to compensate for this inadequacy, they make the video longer, because to them, the longer the video is, the more insightful, the more deep, the more knowledgeable it is. To many individuals, this is much more convincing, because just like their audience, they both fall for the same trap. That being to conflate a video that is longer with one that is deep and has wisdom to it, even though they have nothing to do with
I don't even watch these videos. like I don't want to spend 4 hours on some obscure topic.
each other at the end of the day. This is a characteristic I've seen among both midwits and pseudo-intellectuals. They are more commonly fooled by lengthy and confusing explanations. After all, if this supposed genius, this intellectual, is saying something that's confusing to me, what's more likely to be true? Is it that he's wrong, or is it the things that he's saying are so complex and deep that I just can't comprehend his wisdom? Oftentimes, it's more the former than it is the latter. Whereas for people who are truly intelligent and wise, they can better discern if something they're listening to is actually lengthy and empty or deep and meaningful. Midwits cannot do this. Not to mention, when you have a genuine interest in learning and you want to understand,
Because a lot of the times when you're constructing an argument, you could break it down into bullet points. You know, you would say premise 1, da-da-da, premise 2, premise 3, and then you list your conclusion. If there's even a second conclusion that comes from the first one, yeah, list it out, but usually you could boil down these things to simple points, right? I'm at a loss here.
something on a deeper level, you will naturally gravitate to longer explanations on a topic, because those are more likely to go into depth on what you're trying to learn. And the problem with these BreadTuber video essays, many people who watch them will leave feeling satisfied because they spent 2 hours learning about a new subject. But the truth is, they will walk away with nothing of real value. That is how many midwits are being taken advantage of by pseudo.
This makes me angry because there were some times I was on Twitter and this guy was not able to understand an argument that I made. Then I completely broke it down into bullet points and he still ignored it completely. It's super annoying.
Intellectuals. Many of these
They just like go on about something completely unrelated and don't even address my arguments. Not even attempt. Not a single attempt.
Intellectuals tend to be midwits as well. That's why I didn't say earlier that they were intentionally making the videos longer in order to confuse people. Instead, I think that these people are simply high in their own delusions. However, there is a caveat. They might be intentionally making these videos longer because it makes them more money.
Well, I was about to say that, yeah.
Because let me tell you, there's some serious money being made with these lengthy videos. Because
you get paid for watch time, by the way. Like, the more watch time you get, the more money.
As the longer the video is, the more ads you can put in to make more money.
Yep.
Combine that with how poorly edited these videos are, how it takes no real time or effort to make them, you're making some real money on a weekly basis. It most certainly makes these videos longer, I will tell you that. They have no incentive whatsoever to speed things up, to get to the point. And friendly reminder, anybody who intentionally does this, they do not give a f about you or your time. And they would literally trade hours of your day, deliberately waste it, to consciously give themselves a few extra pennies. That is what it comes out to when you do the math here.
I mean, as a YouTuber, your job is basically to consume someone's time. Now, whether or not it's a good use of their time or not, is that your problem? Maybe it is. There's also some ethical considerations. I try to be ethical. Am I ethical? Maybe I'm ethical. I don't know.
If I were to get one viewer and waste 2 hours of his time watching one of my videos, I'd get at most one
Remnant is causing me to, is consuming my time watching this video. This very short video. I do like short videos.
penny. 1 penny, assuming I jacked in a ton of ads. They make a conscious effort to steal hours out of your day for a single penny. They do not care about you. I think a sincere individual will make a video as long or as short as it needs to be. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. 4 hours. I'm generally not going to watch a 4-hour video. If it's good material, like podcast material, I could just press play while I work. That is fine. But,
And that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't waste your time. And I want to give
You did not waste my time. That was very enlightening. I feel very enlightening.
a special
Enlightened.
thanks to all the patrons who are supporting this channel. Thank you so much. It really means a lot, especially as we're recovering from the algorithm. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to check out one of my other videos. If you liked this video, I'm sure there are others that you would also enjoy. And as always, I hope you have a good one.
Okay, so that was by Remnant. Check out his stuff. Remnant77. He's got some good videos. I like his perspectives. I like his Twitter. Check him out. All right. Anyways, it's your broski in Christ, Catholic broski. Peace out. God bless you.